Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start the drive on the ground, Kamara. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the gate. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it'll be a third and about 13.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. There's Chris Olave. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Kamara try the right side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And Dalton to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Throwing, Dalton. He gets this one complete to Tre'Quan Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Dalton. We'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So on 4th down, on comes Saints kicker Will Lutz. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. To end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there, because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
2nd down, it's Henderson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested, because you know the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll get it 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
7 yards there and a first down. From the red zone now, Stafford.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Stafford. And able to find Higbee. It's complete.
And the Rams are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. To the air again, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Allen Robinson on the receiving end from Matthew Stafford.
As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
1st and 10 for Dalton.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. And he'll just get rid of it. The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Passing, it's Dalton. Got a miss, and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. A big play there for L.A. 47 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Stafford. Steps away. He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10. As opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Here's Dalton. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll run here with Akers. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
To throw here, Dalton. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
On the stop was Aaron Donald. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now a Stafford. That's taken in by Henderson.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Stafford on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So maybe some signs of life. I mean, this has been a defense. They've been all over the map here in this 1st half, but they're coming through with a big play.
And sometimes that one play is what you need. And it sounds overly simple, but this is a team that was close to being down and out before halftime. So to come back and return an interception for a touchdown, that's big.
Yeah, maybe it can serve, Charles, like you were alluding to, as a little bit of a wake-up call for them. We'll see.
And not wanting to risk anything here, just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Rams about to go on offense one final time in this 1st half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Stafford. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Rams will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Andy Dalton. Olave holds it in. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton, that's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final act of the first half. Dalton.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And up to about the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 25. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon. Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll run for it with Akers.
And he's good.
Cam Akers.
25 yards.
And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So Dalton now. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just...
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack.
Aaron Donald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
He'll give this to Henderson.
And some room to work. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
They'll go back to Henderson on 1st down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Throwing is Stafford. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, LA. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford.
And the Rams just continue to roll.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
19 yards there on the catch and run. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second down, and it's Kamara again.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And now they'll have it, a gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Now it's Stafford.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of...
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. Matthew Stafford does it again. 5 touchdown passes.
And the Rams get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Dalton here from the gun. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side.
Down inside the 10.
A big play there for L.A. 41 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's Dalton.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Dalton's throw caught by Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line, working with a 2nd and 3.
And Dalton to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's 1st down. Stafford now to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Stafford.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A.
Van Jefferson
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams continue to run up the score. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Dalton.
That's complete to Troutman right side. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the 38, Dalton. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. To throw again on second down. Dalton. This is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Lutz good on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Throwing here, Stafford.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
It's complete to Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it.
A couple of vets, Stafford to Robinson there. 1st down Rams.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Dancing to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Well, fans usually love to see